Kirkpatrick. How y'all doing? Got my winter hat on. It's starting to get cold here in Central Georgia. Yeah, a little nippy, you know. Ain't too awful bad. Stroking on the fender tonight. Oh, she's a nice one too. Yeah, she is. You ever bought things in life that you wish you hadn't bought or acquired or whatever? Old buddy Harry Willis passed away a while back. He's so proud of them daggum washers and dryers he bought that both front loaded and had lights, bells, whistles, and programming, and you had a little remote control like thing. You could walk around and control them. Heck, always when I put my laundry in the washing machine, I let her rip. I don't stop it for whatever, but anyhow. Yeah, he left them to his daughter. And his daughter's like, I don't need them things. What am I going to do with them? She called me because she knew I knew him. I said, you don't want them? She said, no. I said, well, all right, I'll go pick them up. And I got a shed I can put them in. And I said, you don't mind if I sell them, do you? She said, no. I said, no. I mean, if I find somebody that needs them, I'll give them to them. Don't get me wrong. But after about 20 days, I don't think got to go. I'm going to put a price tag on them. Put them on one of them marketplace things. Anyhow, I got rid of them boogers. But, yeah, you know, heck, I got a guitar over there right now. Paid $1,900 for it. It's and I'm going to butcher this name. It's some Swedish dude named Yagi Monstrum. It's a Fender Stratocaster. Maple neck, and the neck is scalloped. It goes whoop, do whoop, do whoop, do whoop. And it's cut out, you know. It ain't straight like that one. It's got these little dip-de-doos in it. Well, I thought I wanted one. I said, that sounds cool. Yeah. And I should have went and looked at the guy's music and why he had that before I ordered it, but I didn't. It's one of them impulse buys, you know, you do on a Friday night. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah, that's something more I got. It ain't tuned up for, you know, what kind of music I like to do, so I guess I need to put it on reverb and sell it, whatever. But, man, I'll tell you one purchase I bought here years ago that really, oh, man, did I learn a lesson. I learned it quick. 24 hours, I learned that lesson. Anyhow, all y'all know me. I like to run that old river, you know. Like to run that old river, especially when I was in my 20s, 30s years old. I run that river, had a nice boat, big old wide boat. The wider the boat is, the higher the ride. And had a big old 40 Yamaha on it thing. It's scat now. But that river I live on, well, I don't live on it now, but it goes up and it goes down. And there's a power plant up the river there that, you know, generates power from it. And get a lot of rain, they let it loose. You know, you can look down the river and it don't get no rain for a while. You get stingy on that water because they hold that lake up at 360 degrees of elevation. I'm at 386, by the way, if anybody wants to know. But I'm 26 foot above flood. Anyway, all the folks on the lake get all ticked off as that water dropped. Oh boy, that's where the rich folks live. So Georgia Power keeps the water back there, so the river get low. The river get low, and that old 40 Yamaha is struggling that river, man. You take a brand new prop, put it on that day, especially when them aluminum was painted white. Time you got out of that river, that sun's gonna be shinier than a nickel. I'm telling you, that sand just eat them up. It'd be gone down. It'd eat the boogers out of that prop. Then if you bought a stainless steel prop, heck, you wouldn't know better. It'd pit the crap out of it. And a stainless steel prop is nice, but if they ever get just a little bit out of balance, you're going to feel it. You're going to let the motor bump, 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 I think side to side bump. Anyhow, maybe up and down bump. I ain't exactly sure. I don't remember quite. Anyhow, so there's a guy named Mike Clance. He had him one of them airboats. You know, big old airboat, you know, big thing. And it's a boat with a bunch of scaffolding on it. Doggone. There's a phone over here wants to talk dirty to me. Anyway, big scaffolding, and got a Volkswagen motor on it, and a big old airplane prop on the back. Got all kind of cages so you can't fall in there and cut yourself all to pieces. But you sit on a big old seat, like on you have to climb up that thing. You get in the boat, bloop, and then you have to climb up the ladder to get to the seat. And you got these two sticks there on either side of you. One of them sticks got a little flapper on it. Anyhow, you get up there and boom, fire that sucker up and go. It don't matter how much water's in that river, you can go. That thing's, you know, I watched them dudes as they was driving them, you know. When the water get low, they stick close to the sandbank. They do like to push off the sand. They go around a big curve. And if there's a bank there, they'll turn and they'll push off that bank. Kind of cool. I said, man, look at here. I'm struggling. I can't do about 5 miles an hour down this here river because I'm afraid I'm going to hit it's river so low. I'm afraid I'm going to hit a stump and bust my foot or break a piece off my prop. Now, if the water was high, I can outrun them suckers. But, you know, about half the time down there, the water ain't high. So I was figuring and ciphering and thinking about, you know, man, I'm going to save a little bit of money there. Sure like to get one of them things. I said, well, I'm going to ask the dude that's riding one up and down the road where I ought to get one at, so, up and down the river. So I stopped old Mike Clance one day and said, hey, boy, how you doing? Yeah, doing good, yeah. I said, man, I really like an airboat. I said, I think I want to have one. What you going to do, sell your riverboat? I said, no. I'm going to keep it when there's high water. Because it outrun that thing. High water. He said, yeah, but you ain't going to get me the rest of that. I said, that's what I know. So that's what I want to buy me an airboat. So the water's low, I'll take the airboat. Water's high, I'll take the 40 Yamaha. Well, now that you mention it, I'll sell you this one. I said, you sell me that one? He said, yeah. He said, because I want to get a newer one. I want to get a longer one. He said, this one ain't long enough where I can take my family on it. You know, I can't put a front seat in it. He said, just right for 2 people, you know. There's a seat, big old seat up there wide. It's, you know, get out. You can put 2 people up there. But it ain't, not, you know, you can't put your family in. I want a longer boat where I can put some seats down there for my little girls. And I said, well, what do you want for it? He said, he said, you know, he said, I'll take $6,000 for it. I said, $6,000? I said, you got way more than that in that thing, don't you? He said, yeah. He said, but it just, you know, I need to turn it quick because my wife's on my butt about getting something that we can all ride in down here. So what's wrong with it? There ain't nothing wrong with it. It's fine. I need to turn some money quick because if I don't get something we can all ride in pretty quick, I'm going to get cut off. And I said, well, God known, boy. I said, all right, I'll give you $6,000 for it. Because I wanted one, you know. At least I thought I did. Anyhow, so I gave him $6,000 for that booger. And down at the river, so we just took it up to the dock, you know, where my place is at, and tied it up. And I said, let me go to the money pit. I ain't going to tell y'all where that's at. It ain't a bank, I can assure you that. And I brought him back $6,000, gave it to him. Thank you. Here's the keys, you know. And we're good to go. So it get dark. I said, well, now I'm coming back first thing in the morning, boy. And as soon as there's daylight, you know, my tail's going to be there. I'm going to fire up this thing. And the river was low. It was. I'm going to check this booger out. So, that's what I did. Man, I went to sleep just dreaming about running down that river, you know, doing them curves like he did, hit that sandbar and straighten yourself out and hit that bank and give you a slingshot going toward that little bitty straight that, you know, oh man, I could, you know, you can book in one of them things. I'm telling you, bro. In the house, I get down there and everything and get in there and sit in the seat, and put the key on. And I said, all right, let's see here. Kind of organize myself. And there's a seat belt on that bugger. I didn't buckle up. Anyhow, I fired everything up, lights lit up, hit that thing, old Volkswagen engine. Man, you could feel. Now remember here, you're sitting in the front of a big old airplane motor. Well, it's a Volkswagen motor, but it got an airplane propeller on it. And it's pushing wind into your face and going through that to give you propulsion. So I was bad. The hat I had on my head, it flew off, and that propeller back there just chewed it up. It's all good. That's why I always roll with his hat backwards. Yeah, I see. All right. Anyway, you know, kind of maneuver that thing. Like I said, they got one stick here that controls left to right, and you got one stick over here on this side here. Yeah, that controls the throttle. Then over here on this one that goes left to right, it's got this little handle. When you click it, it locks that rudder. Yeah, it's a rudder. It's a boat. It's got a rudder, but, you know, it's pushing air, and the rudders are moving air. It's just like a rudder in the water. But you got it where you lock it. And I figured that out later on, but anyhow, I was back there, you know, I got that thing going, man, I'm booking down the river, and I'm slow to start with. I can finally get that thing planed out. Now, man, this is going to be fun. Ooh, I'm booking there. I go by the pipe, big old pipe where the sewage plant dumps there. They call it affluent. The heck is that? That might explain why these affluent folks smell like, you know what, don't it? But what they dump in the river, they call affluent. And I go, figure that now. Anyhow, you go by that, and there's a little bit of egg smell, you know, it ain't too bad. They got that water cleaned up pretty good, or there wouldn't be so many fish in that dang river. Once they got rid of the phosphates, everything's cool. So I'm booking down there at the river, you know, and I come across a little plot, and I don't know what it was. I was getting waving, getting, you know, feeling good. And I said, well, I'm gonna shoot this little thing right here. Man, I hit a damn stump in the water. Doggone stump. Yeah, I did. And that old airboat, they hit that stump. Airboat, the water flew all over the place in there. And I pulled back on everything. When I pulled back, I hit that thing called the rudder stop. That's what the rudder stops. If you want to run straight, you just push that thing in, and, you know, you can book. But I hit that rudder stop, and it was all cocked that way. Well, that way, whatever way it was. And that dang, and I didn't have my seatbelt on, remember? That dang airboat go, boom, 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 pop, 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 pop. I was fitting to go over. I mean, it just kept going around in circles and beating the water. And the closer the propellers got to the water, the more water is flying up. And I thank God to this day, I don't know, the guy probably jerked me back enough. I hit that thing, and the rudder thing come off, and the rudder went back to neutral and thing. And jerked back so far, the throttle said, whoa. And I fell straight out of that daggum seat right in the middle of the boat. Boop. The boat said, but it didn't stop all that spinning stuff. Yeah, it did. I'm like, man, God, Lord of mercy. I had a couple scraps and scratches on me, and my nose was bleeding. God darn, it was a tough trip. Anyway, I got myself together, got in that boat, and I eased it on back to the dock. And I got home, got on the old telephone there, you know. That's the kind of telephone we had back then. And I called old Mike Clance up. Said, hey, Mike, what you doing? Said, oh, not much. We barbecue. We went and bought groceries today. And yeah, man, and doing pretty good. And I talked to my dude on the boat I want. And he said to be ready in 3 weeks. That's why I'm calling him. It's about this here boat. He said, what about it? Something wrong with it? I said, no. Ain't nothing wrong with it, brother. Boat, it'll get. I said, but I gotta sell it. I'm about to kill myself today. Oh, you'll be all right. You get used to it. I said, no, I got to sell this thing. You know anybody want to buy it? He said, well, hell, I'll buy it back. He said, but I done spent $500 that cash you give me tonight on groceries and stuff. And I said, well, so I give you 6. That's you buy it back for 55? He said, yeah, okay, I'll buy it back for 55. So matter of fact, there's a guy that called me after I done committed to you, gonna give me $8,000 for it. I said, well, we got a deal. Hang up, call that guy and get you $8,000 because you can come get this something done in the morning. But I'm done with it. It's gonna kill me. I said, all right, you got a deal. You got a deal. So that's a $500 lesson I learned. I thought I wanted an airboat, but I ain't airboat material. That's just the way it is. I ain't airboat material. So, how many things have you bought in your life that you kind of regretted? Well, that was one of them in my life. Yeah. My buddy Brandon Schubert, a man I worked with, it reminded me of this story when we was BSing the other day, and I said, yeah, I need to tell that story because it's got a little more to it, Be careful what you buy, folks. What they say, be careful what you wish for? Yeah. I thought I wanted me the airboat, boy. I was going to be the coolest cat on the river. I can run it when the water was high, and I can run it when the water was low. But I figured out real quick, that cup of tea wasn't for me. God bless y'all. Ed Kirkpatrick, thanks for stopping by and putting up with me. We love you. Adios.